Same series, new car. The AMS Octane Race Products Dirt Series drivers have been rolling out some practice laps here at Eldora in the street stocks. Could we see a new face in victory lane? I think so. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with the starting grid.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them for abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
So cool, yeah. Nate, what are you working on at the moment?
So I'm working on the animation for the game. We're working on getting pit crews fully developed, and that involves a lot of moving parts. So I'm going in and making sure that each moving part can dovetail smoothly into the next one, so that when you pull in for a pit stop, it looks like the real thing, as opposed to a bunch of jumbled pieces that suddenly stop and then go and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's so cool, but why aren't you working on the time model? Nothing?
Welcome back to Eldora Speedway. The AMS Octane Race Products Dirt Series drivers have already qualified. We will bring the starting grid here shortly. We got Will in the booth with me. We got about 2 minutes until they roll off of pit road. So Will, do you have any thoughts before we get into this race? New car. We've been to Eldora. What do you expect from this race tonight?
Well, I expect Randy to be fast. He's always fast on dirt. Dalton seems to have a lot of speed tonight. I'm a little surprised to see Stuart Joyce a little further back in the pack, but I guess this just isn't quite his car. So I don't know. I think we'll have a good battle up front with Randy and Dalton, but we may see some surprises.
Yeah, I think Dalton's going to give Randy a run for his money here. You got a couple drivers behind them too. Fast Phil, Justin Page. These guys have been really getting down the dirt side of this racing. guys aren't rookies anymore. You know, they got a couple races on their belts, so I think we're going to see some great action racing here tonight.
I totally agree with you on that. But
now in Rossburg, Ohio, track Eldora is owned by NASCAR legend Tony Stewart, and I guess you would call him a dirt legend as well. So the NASCAR trucks do race here, the Mud Summer Classic, as they would say. And you know, there's been a couple interesting conversations out there saying bring the Xfinity and the Monster Cup cars here, but I don't think so. Let it keep it with the trucks here. You know, it's a perfect fit. You don't need to make a big spectacle out of it. But the fireworks are off, and these drivers are off on a pit road onto the track. Will, you want to get up with the starting grid here?
yeah, sorry, the sound was coming through my headphones a little rough. Yeah, starting on pole tonight, we got Dalton Baldwin. Randy Squeak Arm's going to be on his outside. Tim the Toolman Sandler's going to be third. Philip Neese is going to be on the outside of row number 4. Position number 5 is going to go to Michael Tant. Position number 6 to Thomas Conheady. The Flying Cheetah Stuart Joyce is going to be in P7. Justin Page is going to be on his outside, position number 8. Mike Spring and Chris Ostrander are going to bring us down on row number 10. P11 is going to go to Rick Beaver. Jonathan Schwartz is going to be P12. Bossman John Joyce is going to be position 13, and Lance Carpenter is going to round out the field in position number 14 tonight. And the lights are off on the pace truck. Kevin, why don't you bring us to green?
Yeah, you have Dalton Baldwin starting that pole position. These drivers going to get a great start off to this race. That pace truck makes that hard left onto pit road. Dalton Baldwin holds the field. Green flags in the air, and they are off to the races here at Eldora Speedway.
Hey, a little bit of a rough start for Squeak back there in second, as we got a little bit of contact a little further back in the pack, it looks like.
Looked like there was a little bit of a wreck there. Thomas Conheady got into someone. I believe it was Michael Tant. Going to look at the replay here at the start of the race.
Yeah, we got a little more trouble here under the caution with Bossman and Lance Carpenter, it looks like.
Stewart came up with Chris, and then there's Mike and Thomas. They just collided, and I believe that's more like a racing incident. Two guys racing for the same real estate on the track, and you know, it closes up pretty quick, and contact was made.
I'd say so. It looks like Thomas just on the outside. The car didn't straighten out like he had like he had hoped it would, and it unfortunately Michael Tant was just an innocent victim in that. But it was just hard racing overall, though.
You know, new car, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge starting from the Legends cars. I believe these have a little bit more power, more weight to them. So, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, we're running with like I said, we're running with a bit more power. We're running with a lot more weight, though, tonight. That's the big thing, is you're basically chucking a boat down into these corners. So that'll definitely be a new challenge. His lights are off on the Silverado Pace truck, and Dalton Baldwin's going to lead him down. Fast Phil's going to be on his outside this time, and Randy Arms back in third. Pace truck fixing to make that hard left turn. Dalton's going to be on it here in just a second. Green flag is back in the air. Really nice restart out of Dalton Baldwin. He's going to send it sideways down into turn 1. Phil Neese is going to be right on him, though. He's not going to let him get away.
Looks like we have a car up in the wall back there. They keep it straight, no caution. More cars out in the wall there.
Yeah, it looks like Dalton's just, he's getting it down in the corner, and he's just getting it a little bit up in the loose stuff, a little over that cushion.
Fast Phil looking to take something there.
We got trouble in the back of the pack, though. Caution flag is in the air.
Do we know what what happened there. Take a look at the replay. We're right on with John Joyce here. Not exactly sure what happened. He's the last car in line. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to catch something here. See a lot of smoke. And that was the 003 of Rick Beaver. Take another replay at it.
Looks to me like you just couldn't get that car down into one and turned.
And maybe the car a little bit bogged down, like not getting the grip that you wanted. And yeah, that's gonna get that car quite turned in. Rick Beaver. See if we can bring up Dalton Baldwin up into the booth. Dalton Baldwin, this is KT up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
Hey man, you're sitting first. You got Fast Phil behind you. You got Randy Arms as well. Are you afraid?
Not at all.
Not at all. Oh, big words there. Alright man, well, lights on the pace truck are off. We're going to send you back down. Thank you for joining us. Like I said, the lights on the pace truck are off. Dalton Baldwin, Phil Neese, Randy Arms, Stuart Joyce, your top four. Green flags in the air.
And Phil Neese, he's going to hold it on the outside. He's not letting Baldwin get away. He's got the run up on the cushion.
Oh, Oceaner got into Justin Page, and Justin Page goes around, and I believe a caution is out.
Yep, we got caution in the air. Oh, it was Spring Dog. He loses it a little bit. Looks like he got a little bit of a tap when they were checking up for the pace truck.
We'll go on the replay here. You see Justin, we saw him on the blimp view getting into Chris Ostrander, and he couldn't get it quite saved. A couple cars involved there. Looked like Michael Tan and a few other drivers ahead didn't quite get those drivers down. Might have been Lance Carpenter and Tim Sandlin. But Mike Springer, see what happened to him. Coming down, coming down. Oh, no, we're good. Now we'll go back live. Got Dalton Baldwin, Phil Neese in second, Stuart Joyce in third, Randy Arms in fourth, Thomas Conahady in fifth, Chris Ostrander in sixth, and in seventh place, Jonathan Schwartz going through the field here under caution real quick. And in eighth, we got John Joyce, ninth, Rick Beaver, 10th, Lance Carpenter, Michael Tan in 11th, Mike Springer in 12th, Justin Page in 13th, Tim Sandlin in 14th, and he is on pit road, coming back out by the track now.
Yeah, his lights are off on the Chevy Silverado 2500 pace truck, and Dalton Baldwin's going to lead him down again. Pace truck makes a hard left turn. Dalton's on it, green flag back in the air. Oh, and a really great restart out of Phil Neese, but he's not going to be able to hold it as Dalton's going to slide on up in turn one. Neese is trying to make the comebacks. He gets a little bit of a push out of Randy Arms. He's going to try and make that a three-man battle up for the lead.
Oh man, there are battles all over the place on the track right now. Drivers three wide, multiple rows behind them.
Yeah, it's tricky to get this car pitched just right in the corner to get the drive off like these guys are wanting here tonight.
Oh, Phil Neese, Randy Arms able to capitalize on his mistake.
And Randy's going to try and make it work up on the cushion on Dalton. Oh, as I say that, he's going to make the charge down to the inside now.
Can't make it work just quite yet. A couple guys running from behind. Stuart Joyce and Thomas Conahady for position for that 5th place. See Stuart Joyce getting up into the wall there. Lets Thomas pass him. Go back up to the lead here. Dalton Baldwin still in the lead. Randy Arms in 2nd, and we have a caution. I believe that might have been Michael Tant. No. Justin Page.
It looks to me like John Joyce.
No, Justin. Justin got a little bit close there to Rick Beaver. Didn't want to quite hit him, and around goes Justin.
I'm not totally sure. There was another one after that in turn 1, it looked like, with Rick Beaver.
Okay, so there might have been multiple incidents there. Sorry if we didn't quite get the correct one. If we did, we apologize. Let's see if we can bring up Randy Arms up into the booth, sitting up in 2nd place here. Randy Arms is KT up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, KT.
Hey man, are you gonna be able to get up in 1st place there and past Dalton?
Well, we finally figured something out on that last start. So I think if we can stay green, we might have something before here.
So should we just make our reservation right now for Victory Lane?
I don't know if I'd do that quite yet.
Alright, we're gonna send you back down. Lights on the pace truck. All thanks, Randy. See Dalton Baldwin. That pace truck makes that hard left onto pit road. Green flags in the air. Dalton Baldwin, Randy Arms, Phil Neese, Thomas Conhead in your top 4. See drivers just sliding all up behind them. 3 wide, 4 wide. We've got the best. This is very exciting racing here. These drivers are all over the place. You see Chris Ostrander, Jonathan Schwartz. Oh, Stuart Joyce gets into Schwartz there. And they go around. Caution is out.
Oh,
He goes
side
flipping.
over side.
We're gonna take another replay here real quick. Fixated on Stuart Joyce here. Yeah, that cheetah, flying cheetah, really went flying this. We'll see here in a few moments. It's Jonathan Schwartz. Comes back up on the track, and around goes Stuart Joyce.
I'll give Stewart some credit, but that's a bit of a leap right there.
You know, one thing I want to point out on his car, his rims on the right side are painted the cheetah colors. Can you confirm that for me, Will?
That is accurate. That's one of the things I really...
insane.
That's one of the things I really like about the street stock is that you can, in fact, paint the, what do you call them, foam plugs, I think, on the right side wheels.
Yep. See, we are going to be halfway when the green flag is dropped. Lights on the pace car are off.
And your top three is going to remain the same, but now you're going to have Thomas Conhead. He's going to be bumped up into 4th spot. Chris Ostrander is going to be in 5th now as Pace Truck's just fixing to roll off the circuit, making the hard left-hand turn. Dalton Baldwin's on it. Green flag back in the air. Great restart out of Chris Ostrander back there in 5th. It looks like he tried to make it to the ball.
Great good turn. And around goes more cars. Justin Page, John Joyce, casualties involved. Chris Ostrander, we're going to take a look at the replay here. It's the start of the restart. See Chris getting a great start. Turns the car in there and not quite sure that was Lance. Lance Carpenter Wicked Lance. He's on the prowl.
Yeah, that is not what Ostrander was looking for. Not at all. He was finally starting to make some progress up through the field after a little bit of bumping and banging earlier in the race, but that's really that's just really not what he was looking for. Simple as that.
You know, one thing I've noticed so far, you know, we're over halfway in this race. I know a lot of really haven't been run over green flag conditions, but I do notice the differences from the Legends car that we have run at the beginning of this season. The difference is more track wear. It seems that there is a lot of space there in the cushions, pretty much almost up to the wall. You see the track there. It's getting pretty worn in there in the middle of the turns and coming off into the straights.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's just kind of a product of running these bigger cars. It's got more tire hitting the pavement. Simple as that.
Yeah, we got lights on the pace truck are out. He makes that hard left down to pit road. Dalton Baldwin puts the gas to the floor. Green flag's in the air.
Yeah, that was a really good start out of Dalton there. Oh, we got some carnage in the back. Caution flag's out.
There is just cars galore going on. We're right on with Justin Page here. Justin getting in there and taps Fast Phil. Fast Phil checked up with drivers in front of him, and that tough break for Justin. We got a couple drivers up here that haven't quite been up to the front. Thomas has been steadily making his way up through the field. Lance Carpenter, the machine wrecking ball, just plowing through the field. He is up to fourth. Spring Richard, that 32, Jeff Gordon. Well, it's the Rainbow Warrior colors. We'll call him the Rainbow Warrior. There's top five. See a couple drivers. Don't know if they have retired from the race yet. I believe Stuart Joyce is back onto the track after he had a tow. Michael Tant will not return, I believe. And I don't think Justin Page will return as well.
I believe you are correct. His lights are off again on the Chevy Silverado pace truck. Dalton Ball was going to lead him back down once again. So far led flag to, well, restart flag. And the pace truck makes that hard left. Dalton's going to be on it. Green flag back in the air. Gets a good restart, but not his best. And Randy Arms is going to be trying to make it work on that outside line. And he's going to be there. He's going to have the car up. He's trying to make that cushion work, and so far it's not doing him badly.
Oh, he comes close to Dalton there. We have a caution. Not sure exactly what happened there. We'll take it back and look up on the replay.
Looks like it was between John Joyce and Rick Beaver in turn.
Oh yeah, there we go. Go back a little bit here. See these drivers, a couple of balls, and then this Tim Sandlin. Drivers passing down. Stuart Joyce into the inside. Rick Beaver, Jonathan Schwartz. Turns. Seems to be John Joyce. Not a lot of damage to those cars. Very lucky there, but unfortunately a caution did come out, and we are coming out on these closing laps here at Eldora. Dalton Baldwin still in lead.
Yeah, I mean, so far that's every lap tonight that he has has been leading the field, and I mean, even with these shorter green flag runs, that's still a pretty hefty accomplishment. That said, though, that last caution, the guys are very lucky, and such a wide track, and running 4 wide as they were going out in the corner.
Lights on the pace truck are off. Dalton Baldwin getting ready to restart this race once again. Green flags in the air. We are off to the races. Hopefully we will have a green flag run here to the end. And just as I say that, Thomas Connery goes around, we have a caution.
Oh, that was a hard hit for, is that Tim Sandlin? Yeah, Tim Sandlin in the back. He had a hard hit on Conheady.
Yeah, his nose looked like it was pretty much gone here. We're going to take a look at the replay here on the restart. Thomas going in there. Mike Springer just gets in there hot. Thomas goes around, and a couple drivers collecting there. Rick Beaver looks like he might have had a little bit of damage, but the most of the blunt force was given to Tim Sandlin.
Yeah, that pretty much is about what a direct hit one car to another will do. As it looks like Stuart Joyce is almost back on the lead lap. Currently 1 lap down.
See if we can bring up a driver up into the booth here. Lance Carpenter, this is KT up in the booth. You got a copy?
We do.
Hey man, you're the human wrecking ball out there. You gonna plow your way out to the front here?
Absolutely.
Right.
No one's safe.
I like those words of wisdom, everybody, from Lance Carpenter. Lance, thank you for joining us here today. We'll send you back down as the lights on the pace truck are off. So we got 10 laps to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a to see if Dalton can hold off Randy, because Randy's been fast and he's really been figuring out the high lane around here. As Silverado pace truck is off, Dalton's going to lead him down, and hard on the gas, green flag's back in the air. Really good start out of Randy Arms. Dalton Baldwin's going to slide up in front of him, but Randy's going to come down. We got a little caution flag is out. Back of the pack. It looked like maybe Chris Ostrander and Stuart Joyce were involved in that.
We'll go take a look at the replay here. See Chris Ostrander coming up. They just get sandwiched. Thomas Conheady and I believe that was John Joyce. No, that was Tim Sandlin. Chris just said hello. I'm coming here and taking your space, and something's got to give there, and caution's out.
Yeah, and it's been an up and down night for Ostrander, so that's as we're getting into these later stages, that's not really what he was looking for, I don't think. Same goes for Stuart Joyce, really, because he spent the latter half of this race at least 1 lap down. Now he is back to 1 lap down, so we'll see what he can do here.
I hope he gets some green flag racing here to put it to the end. Send these fans home happy with a great finish. Send us home happy too.
Yeah, exactly. As Randy Arms has really had the speed. Stuart Joyce catches the wall and caution. He's going to get waved around. He's going to be back on the lead lap with that.
He just says, screw that. I don't care about the damage at this point.
Oh, it's an interesting move. Dalton Baldwin's going to restart on the outside this time.
Very, very interesting move.
Pace truck is off. Dalton Baldwin is hard on the gas. Green flag's back in the air. Mike Springer makes a move to the inside now, as Randy Arms is still holding second, but he's got a lot more of a challenge now. You're inside of 5 laps to go.
Oh, Chris Ostrander. Someone call 911.
Oh, that was a brutal hit.
Right on board here with Chris Ostrander. That was not a good one. You saw what happened there with the blimp view. Ooh. Yeah, that's a hard hit. There, Will.
Yeah, that was nearly full speed into a concrete wall. That is not something any of us ever want to see, or much less experience. So let's hope Chris is okay.
He'll be all right, won't he?
I think so. His pixels might be concussed.
I like your style, Will.
Get back green. If we do, it's going to be about a 1-2, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. We're gonna have 2 to go coming across the line, and then the lights on the pace car will probably be off, so probably will be a white flag. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens here. Will Dalton take the outside? Yes, he will.
And the lights are off on the pace truck. You know, we had had something similar happen in a different series I'm in on Monday night. So I think the biggest key to learn from that is you really got to minimize wheel spin on this one and just get that good run. Just one perfect lap.
Green flags in the air, white flags in the air simultaneously as Dalton Baldwin, final lap. See Randy Arms and Fast Phil, where did he come from? Gonna try to make a move on Randy Arms, can't quite get it done. See Randy Arms pulling that slide move down into turn 4. I don't think he's gonna quite get it. Oh, is he gonna get it? No! Oh! Did not get it. Very close, but Dalton Baldwin will win this race. Cars going flying everywhere. Dalton Baldwin and Randy Arms, what a battle to the finish here at Eldora.
Final margin of victory, 45 thousandths of a second. I believe that to this point that sets a record for the Dirt Series by a good bit.
Yeah, I think so too. That was the best race that we've seen all season long so far. See Dalton Baldwin burning down those tires. He's got a Florida license plate on his street stock. We're in Ohio, buddy. You're gonna get pulled over.
Yeah, running here on those out-of-state plates. That'll do you. Yeah, that's a little rough though for Randy Arms. I mean, this is home territory for him, so having to see a car with the Florida plates come across in front of him, that's got to be rough. But Dalton Baldwin, he is your race winner tonight.
Let's see if we can get the results up here. Obviously, your winner, Dalton Baldwin, in second place, Randy Arms. You see the finish time there. In third place, we got Phil Neese. Fourth place, Mike Springer. Fifth place, Lance Carpenter. Sixth place, Thomas Conaheady. Seventh place, Rick Beaver. And in eighth, we got Jonathan Schwartz. Ninth, Stuart Joyce. And his father in 10th, John Joyce.
Yeah, and towards back of the pack, we have a few of the guys who didn't finish on the lead lap or had issues very late in the going. Tim Sandlin's last car registered on the lead lap, although quite a ways back. Chris Ostrander, Justin Page, and Michael Tant rounded out your field.
Alright, I think we're going to send it off to a commercial break here. We will be right back with some driver interviews.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is Dirt Racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
Back here on the RSR network, we have your third place finisher, Phil Neese, in the house. Phil, how's it going?
Going good, KT.
You finished third. I'm pretty sure you wanted, to see a little more, see that car up there in victory lane, but you started in the front, found yourself in the back, and then we saw you right back up in the front. Talk about your battle today.
Well, really had a good car. Fastfield Motorsports car was good from the start. And we get some on the restarts. We get some good jumps on them guys. But Dalton and Randy's, they're tough. I mean, especially Randy on the dirt, and Dalton's proven himself on the dirt too. So it's hard to run against those guys.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's tough too to run with the guys behind them. It seems like there's a lot of wrecks that happen pretty much everywhere, except for in the front. We really haven't seen it that often throughout the series. So we've seen you up in the front and, just battling it away. Today, are you feeling happy with your third place finish?
Oh yeah, especially after I had to go to the back. That was a driver error. I missed a shift actually, and put me back there in that spot anyway. So I don't have anybody to blame but myself on that one. But all in all, had a good run. I'll take a third any day with the caliper competition I had in front of me.
Now, before we send you off tonight, is there anyone you would like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the guys at Hazard Auto and Truck Parts, Fugit's Truck Repair, Fastfield Motorsports, Lisa and all the kids, and happy birthday, Tildy and Heather. Love you guys.
Oh, happy birthday. Thanks, Phil, for joining us.
Thank you guys for doing all this, KT. Appreciate it.
Thank you. That was Philip Neese. Fast Phil, everybody. See if we can bring up your second place driver, Randy Arms. Wow, what a finish.
Yeah, that was ended up being pretty close there, KT.
That's the closest race we've had so far this season on the Dirt Series portion of the AMS league. Do you think the quality of racing will improve? We saw a lot of cautions here tonight.
Well, I can hope at least, but I don't know. That was the first race I think a lot of the people have done with the street stocks. So maybe once some people get the hang of them and how they drive, we might be able to have some green flag runs and whatnot.
They're pretty much in the front all day. How did the car feel?
Car felt great actually. First couple starts, I was just getting bad starts. I think I fell back to like fourth, and then I was able to work my way back up to second. Actually had a couple really good restarts on Dalton, but kept having the cautions and wasn't able to do anything with him until there at the end.
Now we saw a little interesting move there towards the end of the race. Under cautions, Dalton opted to the outside. Did you think you were going to be able to make a nice pass on him when you saw that he was going to choose the outside?
To be honest with you, I really wasn't sure. I kept getting really good starts on the outside, and I get a really good run off of 2. And when he went up there, I tried the first restart, and I stayed on the bottom, I think, and it didn't work out the best. But I was able to get to the top right off the bat on the restarts and still get a good run off of 2. And a few times felt like I could have set him up going into 3, kind of like I did on the last lap. But that last lap, I figured he would have just ran the bottom to block me, and he left it open. So I dove under him. Really didn't think I'd be able to get to him, and actually maybe. Another couple feet, we might end up in victory lane.
Now you get a great second place finish. You're probably still in the points lead, winning the previous 3 races. And before we send you off tonight, is there anyone you would like to thank?
Yeah, just want to thank the league for putting on these races. Thank you guys for broadcasting it, and congrats to Dalton on the win.
Thank you, Randy, and congrats on your second place finish.
Thank you, KT.
And finally, the race winner, Dalton Baldwin, first time winner in the Dirt Series. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I'm definitely glad to get a dirt win. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I've wanted to win one of these dirt races since we started running them here, and I knew the Legends cars weren't really my thing, so I was kind of hoping the street stocks would turn it around for me, and so far it has in the first race here, so we'll see what happens going on out.
Now, you, I believe you qualified on the pole, correct?
Yep.
So you get the pole, get the win. Are we gonna expect to see you in victory lane and up in the front more often?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm really starting to figure the dirt stuff out. I've been running a lot of regular dirt stuff during the in between week between these races, and that's definitely helped me a lot. I think a lot of these guys aren't really doing that, and you see how some of them have struggled. So I would definitely give the advice to always try and do a dirt race here and there, and even if it's a hosted or something. They're a lot of fun, so hopefully it'll keep us up front and we'll keep winning races. I'm not sure how I'm going to do in these street stocks at the other tracks because they're really difficult to get around some of the other tracks like USA and Williams Grove, but I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun, and we'll try and figure them out and have a lot of fun out there and try and beat Randy. He's always up in the front too, so try and give him someone to contend with. Hopefully he doesn't get too bored up there.
Yeah, Fast Phil was just actually talking about racing, how good of racers you and Randy are. You really complimented the fact that, you guys have been, up there in front and everything. So, just wanted to pass the word along to you. But before we sign off tonight, is there anyone you would like to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Children's Dream Racer. They're an awesome charity, do a lot of awesome stuff for kids in children's hospitals. They're always like to support them, give them as much publicity as I can, and Snap-on Tools, BG Products, Advanced Auto Parts, they help me out a lot. A lot of other outside of iRacing racing activities, so I always want to give them a shout out, and thank all the racers and the league and you guys for putting on the great broadcast, and everyone's really professional and has a lot of fun, so that's all you can ask for.
Well, congratulations on the win, Dalton. Thank you for joining us.
All right, thanks, bud.
Dalton Baldwin, everybody, your winner here at Eldora Speedway. First time winner in the AMS Octane Race Products Dirt Series. And we are going to send you off tonight here. I'm Kevin Trzynski up in the booth and my partner Will Roberts. Good night, everybody.
Good night.